Chapter 4. The man knew Eve his wife. She conceived and gave birth to Cain, and said, "I have gotten a man with Yahweh's help." Again she gave birth to Cain's brother Abel. Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. As time passed, it happened that Cain brought an offering to Yahweh from the fruit of the ground. Abel also brought some of the firstborn of his flock and of its fat. Yahweh respected Abel and his offering, but he didn't respect Cain and his offering. Cain was very angry, and the expression on his face fell. Yahweh said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why has the expression of your face fallen? If you do well, will it not be lifted up? If you don't do well, sin crouches at the door. Its desire is for you, but you are to rule over it." Cain said to Abel his brother, "Let's go into the field." It happened, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and killed him. Yahweh said to Cain, "Where is Abel your brother?" He said, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" Yahweh said, "What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries to me from the ground. Now you are cursed because of the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. From now on, when you till the ground, it won't yield its strength to you. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer in the earth." Cain said to Yahweh, "My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, you have driven me out this day from the surface of the ground. I will be hidden from your face, and I will be a fugitive and a wanderer in the earth. It will happen that whoever finds me will kill me." Yahweh said to him, "Therefore whoever slays Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold." Yahweh appointed a sign for Cain, lest any finding him should strike him. Cain went out from Yahweh's presence, and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain knew his wife. She conceived and gave birth to Enoch. He built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. To Enoch was born Irad. Irad became the father of Mehujael. Mehujael became the father of Methushael. Methushael became the father of Lamech. Lamech took two wives. The name of the one was Adah, and the name of the other Zillah. Adah gave birth to Jabal, who was the father of those who dwell in tents and have livestock. His brother's name was Jubal, who was the father of all who handle the harp and pipe. Zillah also gave birth to Tubal-Cain, the forger of every cutting instrument of brass and iron. Tubal-Cain's sister was Naamah. Lamech said to his wives, "Adah and Zillah, hear my voice. You wives of Lamech, listen to my speech. For I have slain a man for wounding me, a young man for bruising me. If Cain will be avenged 7 times, truly Lamech 77 times." Adam knew his wife again. She gave birth to a son and named him Seth, "For God has appointed me another child instead of Abel, for Cain killed him." There was also born a son to Seth, and he named him Enosh. Then men began to call on Yahweh's name. Chapter 5. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, he made him in God's likeness. He created them, male and female, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. Adam lived 130 years, and became the father of a son in his own likeness, after his image, and named him Seth. The days of Adam after he became the father of Seth were 800 years, and he became the father of sons and daughters. All the days that Adam lived were 930 years. Then he died. Seth lived 105 years, and became the father of Enosh. Seth lived after he became the father of Enosh 807 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Seth were 912 years. Then he died. Enosh lived 90 years, and became the father of Kenan. Enosh lived after he became the father of Kenan 815 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Enosh were 905 years. Then he died. Kenan lived 70 years and became the father of Mahalalel. Kenan lived after he became the father of Mahalalel 840 years, and became the father of sons and daughters, and all the days of Kenan were 910 years. Then he died. Mahalalel lived 65 years, and became the father of Jared. Mahalalel lived after he became the father of Jared 830 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Mahalalel were 895 years. Then he died. Jared lived 162 years, and became the father of Enoch. Jared lived after he became the father of Enoch 800 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Jared were 962 years. Then he died. Enoch lived 65 years, and became the father of Methuselah. Enoch walked with God after he became the father of Methuselah 300 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Enoch were 365 years. Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Methuselah lived 187 years, and became the father of Lamech. Methuselah lived after he became the father of Lamech 782 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Methuselah were 969 years. Then he died. Lamech lived 182 years, and became the father of a son, and he named him Noah, saying, "This same will comfort us in our work, and in the toil of our hands, because of the ground which Yahweh has cursed." Lamech lived after he became the father of Noah 595 years, and became the father of sons and daughters. All the days of Lamech were 777 years. Then he died. Noah was 500 years old, and Noah became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Were beautiful, and they took for themselves wives of all that they chose. Yahweh said, "My spirit will not strive with man forever, because he also is flesh. Yet will his days be 120 years." The Nephilim were in the earth in those days, and also after that, when God's sons came in to men's daughters. They bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Yahweh was sorry that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him in his heart. Yahweh said, "I will destroy man whom I have created from the surface of the ground, man, along with animals, creeping things, and birds of the sky, for I am sorry that I have made them." But Noah found favor in Yahweh's eyes. This is the history of the generations of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time. Noah walked with God. Noah became the father of 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. God saw the earth and saw that it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. God said to Noah, "The end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. Behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make a ship of gopher wood. You shall make rooms in the ship, and shall seal it inside and outside with pitch. This is how you shall make it. The length of the ship will be 300 cubits, its breadth 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. You shall make a roof in the ship, and you shall finish it to a cubit upward. You shall set the door of the ship in its side. You shall make it with lower, second, and third levels. I, even I, do bring the flood of waters on this earth, to destroy all flesh having the breath of life from under the sky. Everything that is in the earth will die. But I will establish my covenant with you. You shall come into the ship, you, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. Of every living thing of all flesh, you shall bring 2 of every sort into the ship, to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female, of the birds after their kind, of the livestock after their kind, of every creeping thing of the ground after its kind, 2 of every sort shall come to you, to keep them alive. Take with you of all food that is eaten, and gather it to yourself, and it will be food for you and for them." Thus Noah did. According to all that God commanded him, so he did.